Hello! So as you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be about my home birth. Let me just say first that this was completely not planned. I had a hospital set up and I already registered and I was like ready to go to that hospital. So let me start from the beginning of my pregnancy. So I was high risk for preterm labor because this one was born, he was born at 35 weeks. So with that being said, they were like, okay, well, since I only had a baby a year after that, it was the same midwife, so she knew that I was high risk. And the pregnancy was just all crazy in the beginning anyways. So they sent me to a specialist. She confirmed that everything was okay with the pregnancy. And then I was told to go there, I think like every 4 weeks or something. So after that, I was told that the umbilical cord placement was wrong. So the umbilical cord on the placenta is supposed to be in the middle, and mine was on the side. That worried them because they were thinking he might not get enough nutrients, he might not grow big enough. But by, I think it was 35 weeks I got my last ultrasound. They said, oh, he was measuring decent. They weren't worried about his size. And my cervix was closed. I was taking medicine to keep my cervix closed. So then I hit 36 weeks. So I was planning, obviously, to give birth at 40 weeks. That was like my goal. And my mom was out of town, who was going to be the one that was going to take him while I was, in labor. She went on vacation during the time, right? So we literally have like not a lot of people to help us out. We had like 2 people and it was like iffy if they could even help us. So the day that I went into labor, my boyfriend was working all night. I knew that I was having like pains, but I wasn't sure that it was labor. Stop, baby, stop. So I wasn't sure it was labor. So I went through it, I picked him up from work, we went home, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, no. I didn't go to sleep. I tried and tried. I was turning, I was in pain, I was trying to drink water. Then it was like 4 in the morning. I woke my boyfriend up. I woke my boyfriend up and I told him we needed to call someone because I think I'm in labor. So he was worried because a week before that, I already went to the hospital thinking I was in labor and they told me no. So then his worry was we're gonna go all the way to the hospital, nothing's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a waste of time, no one's gonna get to sleep. But for some reason, I knew it was different. So I went through a couple contractions, I stood up, walked around, I thought it would go away. And then my worst decision was to go to the restroom. I'm like, maybe I just have to go to the restroom. No, I did that. It was over. I had to lean against the bed. I was like in extreme pain. I looked at him and I was like, you're gonna have to call 911 because the hospital was 45 minutes away. There's no one to take my son. I'm already like, there's no way. There was no way. So I lay on the bed and I'm like waiting. I don't know what I was doing. I was just in so much pain. You don't know how to think when you're in that much pain. So I'm like laying on the bed and my water broke. That's when I looked over at my boyfriend and I said, call 911. So my boyfriend, he was like so calm about this. He calls 911. We just moved into our apartment not that long ago, so we didn't know our address. He's like asking me for the address while I'm in like ready to push. So we get the address and the lady's like, okay, don't push, don't push. And I yelled at my boyfriend because he was telling me not to push as well. And I'm like, shut up, don't tell me what to do, don't tell me not to push. So I pushed one time. My boyfriend was like looking somewhere else because he was on the phone trying to talk to the lady about how everything started. He looks over at me and the baby's head is out. So then I push again and the whole baby is like out. So then we're in panic because now we have a baby in our house that we don't know how to take care of. Like if something happens, I don't know what to do. So the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. My boyfriend had to unwrap the umbilical cord. We were still on the phone with 911. We had to tell them that we just had the baby. They were telling us all these things to get warm blankets, turn off the air, suction the baby's mouth, make sure he's breathing, move him around. I'm like panicking. So I start moving the baby. He was moving lightly, but he wasn't like in, you know, in movies how they scream. He wasn't screaming. He wasn't crying. He was barely moving. So I'm thinking something's wrong and we need help immediately. Well, the ambulance isn't coming yet. They're like on their way, which it's very hard to find my apartment anyways, so I knew they were gonna take forever. My boyfriend went and grabbed the, you know, the nasal suckers so he could get the stuff out. He got that, brought it over to me. I don't even know how he found it. And then we warmed the baby. And the craziest part is we had to put a shoestring around the umbilical cord. So we put the shoestring. By the time we did that, I had blankets on me to keep me warm. The air was off. This one is sleeping through the whole thing, everything. He didn't even wake up at all. Then the ambulance comes. He wakes up and he comes over and looks at the bed and he's like, baby. He was so confused. The ambulance said the baby was fine. I looked fine. So then they got me in the gurney with the baby. They put like this tinfoil paper on him, which is so weird to keep him warm. He was naked. And then we were rushed to the hospital. So then when we got to the hospital, everything was fine. The baby was fine. We stayed there for 2 days. Okay, baby. We stayed there for 2 days and we went home. So it was a super healthy 2 days, and you know, he was fine. I guess he was just ready to be born, but it was a really crazy experience, and that is my home birth, and it was definitely not. I realized in the video I didn't show the baby. Obviously, he was taking a nap. That's why my older son was in the video, because he wanted to be in the video. He was taking a nap, so it was a good time to record. I didn't want him to be all fussy. But this is my baby, honey. It's okay. He was born at home. He's now 4 months old. He was born really small, so he is smaller for a 4-month-old, but he is super active, super healthy. He's actually like teething, which is super weird. I don't remember my 2-year-old teething this early. Yeah, so I just want to show him he's okay. He was sleeping during the video, and he's healthy and happy. Okay, bye. So he was only 4 pounds 8 ounces when he was born. I noticed he was very small when he was born. So if you guys have any other questions, just comment down below and I will happily answer them. So that's the end of this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'm going to be doing a few different videos that I have planned, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.